you think shark diving, those guys are crazy. You want to know what's really crazy? Shark diving without cages. Welcome to Project Adventure. My name's Peter, this is Spencer, we're your hosts. For the last 20 years, I've been a hunting and fishing guide in Alaska, and there's one thing I've learned. Adventure is essential for a full life, but most people think they're too busy or too broke to do anything about it. Wrong!
We choose one lucky person to take on the adventure of a lifetime. We pair them with world-class coaches and turn them from zero to hero in less than 72 hours.
Are you ready to find your adventure? Let's go. Okay guys, so we're here at Shark Addicts in Jupiter, Florida. We're waiting on Kevin Weber to show up. He just flew in, they went and picked him up. So Kevin is an Iraqi veteran. He's got 2 kids and a wife, and he works for me here at Groove. In his former life, he lived this crazy adventure. And now, like a lot of us, life's kind of slowed down. So he expressed a ton of interest to come on this trip. So we're gonna talk shark diving as soon as he rolls up, and we're gonna see what he thinks he's about to get into.
Actually getting a little bit more nervous than I thought that I would, but at least I see Peter here, so that's pretty cool. That'll make it a little bit easier. Hopefully he's scared and I'm not the only one, so let's see what happens.
What's up, dude?
How's it going, boss?
Yeah, man, glad you made it. How was the drive?
It was good, it was good.
Yeah.
Long, bumpy. Okay.
Right on. Yeah. So we're going shark diving?
We are, I'm excited, yeah.
Okay, and your family's totally good with it?
No, not totally good.
Perfect.
My wife is nervous. She's more nervous right now than she was, when I first brought it to her.
Sure.
But I mean, my daughters, both of them are, one's 2.5 and one has just turned 1, so they don't really kind of understand.
Sure.
They think I'm at work right now. So.
Right. You are.
But my mom, she absolutely doesn't want me to do this.
Right.
She's, up and even last night, she was like, hey, you really don't have to do this. You can always say no.
Right.
And Allison, she's nervous. She just doesn't want me to lose any limbs.
Right.
She did say that if I lost any limbs, to just go ahead and let the shark finish me off. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she didn't want a one-armed man. It's less of a man.
But I love me some Shark Week, and I want to swim with some sharks. I say that now, but I know that as soon as we get out there, I'm going to be like,
so we're swimming without cages. I didn't know that was a thing until we started doing research, and I'm like, cages, no cages.
Yeah.
Yes, please. So you're on board with that?
I am. I think it's going to be awesome.
I mean, without chainmail on, like bear. I mean, not all the way.
I was about to say, I'm not going bear. I'm not doing it.
You might be limbless.
I could be.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Sweet boat.
Yeah, this is a beautiful boat. Beautiful weather. Beautiful beards.
Yours is better than mine. More of an Irish beard. Were you in Braveheart?
No, I wasn't. I should be though. Huh. If they're gonna do a new one, I'll be in it probably.
Yeah, the sequel. This is Chris. He just stands there.
Yeah,
all the time.
He looks like a hostess at a restaurant right there.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Two tables, please.
Yeah, you got it, right?
You're Chris,
you
right?
see it right away. I'm Chris. Very nice to meet you,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
nice to meet you too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So, how long have you been doing this?
We've been doing Shark Addicts professionally for about four years, four seasons now. So,
right. So we're not in cages, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So tell us how did you even get into this business? Like cages were just
size.
too safe for you.
I know.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting story, and for all of our crew member involved, everybody else kind of has a different path of how they got to this point. But I can speak generally for us all that I think Peter Benchley, who wrote the book Jaws, he said that little boys are either intrigued by dinosaurs or sharks. It's one of the two. And I'm a native Floridian. I grew up diving. I grew up spearfishing.
Right.
At the age of 10 to 12 is when I started getting heavy into it. And if you spearfish, you're going to see sharks. And for me, after I saw my first shark, that's it. That's all you want to see. And so you through a lot of trial and error and just trying to push boundaries, push my own personal comfort level, and interacting with wildlife. I just wanted to get closer and closer and closer. And same kind of story with all our crew members involved. We all know each other from a long time, and just similar paths of wanting to interact with these animals as often as possible and as close as possible.
Right.
And just perfecting through some trial and error how that can be done safely, and then replicating that on a day-to-day basis to bring in the public and offer it to them safely. You know, and that's been kind of our path to get where we are.
Right.
The why for me has changed throughout the years. Very selfishly, I'll admit that it started for me as an adrenaline rush. You know, as a young kid growing up in Florida, I just wanted to see these animals all the time. There was a sense of danger and just excitement that surrounded them. But stepping into the professional realm, it's been an incredible experience. The more that I've learned about sharks' roles in the environment, transitioning from adrenaline to conservation. And being able to take somebody that's never experienced sharks in the wild, they've seen them at SeaWorld or they've seen them at Disney or seen Finding Nemo, and you bring them out on the boat, and I get those 3 hours, our crew gets those 3 hours to teach them about how important these animals are, how irreplaceable these animals are, and then most importantly, their true behavior. So that's been kind of our progression and throughout this experience.
Chris does anything and everything that is adrenaline rushing. So he's obviously done skydiving and diving with anything in the ocean, of course. Yeah, as far as adventure for a shark addict, it's anything and everything that they could possibly do.
You are one of the very few people in the world, right, that do like, what do you call it? Is it free, like free diving?
Yeah, so I mean, the general term is ecotourism, but you know, dialed into what we do regarding to sharks, it'd be cageless free diving.
Cageless free diving.
Cageless free diving.
You ready?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm excited, but kind of nervous at the same time. I feel like maybe when I actually see the sharks, I'll be kind of more nervous, but I'm really excited right now, I think.
It's funny because we get, you know, this long dramatic dock that walks all the way up. It's like the Green Mile. Like some people, like they walk with like this like sense of dread. I think they're all excited when they book, and then when their feet hit the pavement here, it all gets real. So it's so funny to see like everybody's different reactions. Some people skip and hop and run up and take a picture immediately and they're ready to go, but it's so funny to see everybody's different reaction. But you know, across the board, once you're done here, you know, the experience that you have out on the water is unlike anything else in the world. Everything we do off of Jupiter here will be in the Gulf Stream. So there's a ledge system that drops off into pretty deep water. Jupiter is super unique in the fact that the Gulf Stream comes closest to shore here than it does anywhere else on the eastern seaboard. So we go out 3 miles, whereas if somebody, for instance, up in the Northeast is fishing the Outer Banks to get into Gulf Stream waters, it's a 200-mile trip. So we'll be going off 3 miles to that location. Couple of different locations depending on species. Everything that we do is drift diving, meaning we're not going to anchor up, we're not going to be in one spot. We're going to park this boat in the ocean, we're going to let the ocean do its thing, and that's going to take us over the natural drift pattern of the topography that we're looking for when we go to dive. And so from there, what you'll see is we'll have the boat, a long line attached to a bait crate, because the areas that we go to, they're natural aggregation areas for sharks. The sharks are there. They're just uninterested until we present something that they're interested in. You know, you'll notice tomorrow, guys, this experience is unique. Unique to shark diving, unique to diving in general, is you are always giving up your auditory sense. It's completely silent, which is incredible. It's an awesome experience because you get into this kind of Zen moment where your other senses get heightened. But at the same time, the sense that's gone is gone. And being able to hear things sneak up on you is a difficult adjustment sometimes.
Sure.
You know, these sharks, they're extremely intelligent. They know depth of field, they know what the water visibility is. They will go just outside the distance of what's visible, and they know that we can't see them anymore. We're just on that edge. They'll use that camouflage, and if you're not paying attention, you're not looking around, you'll be swimming along, and all of a sudden you'll get this like hair on the back of your neck feeling, and you'll turn around and there she is, and she'll just skim over you, bump you in the head, slide over, and you get this dramatic shadow that comes over top of you, and it's a very it's a very humbling feeling knowing that you just got ninja'd by a 1,500-pound fish. You know,
so why didn't that fish just like take you down?
You know, that's one of the things, being able to kind of hold your wits about you in those moments and not do this, but hey, there she is, and boom, okay, you got it, baby girl. It's your ocean, and just roll with it. And trying to, kind of stay calm and cool under pressure. Those are the moments that save you from disaster, I guess, is what could await you at the other side. And it's no fault of that animal. They're just doing their thing. We always remember, and this is kind of the mindset we tell our guests. You're a guest tomorrow.
Right.
It's theirs, and we're lucky enough to share the water with them, and it's a life-changing experience, but it's their domain. So if you got any more questions, guys, fire them away. But other than that, that's all I got. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
Man, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
We're totally
looking forward to it, guys.
Nice talking to you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
All right.
You ready?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay guys, it's the morning of the shark dive. We're getting prepped. It's about 7 o'clock. We're gonna leave here in about 30 minutes. And are you excited, dude?
I'm stoked right now. Yeah, I'm kind of amped.
I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was just totally excited.
Yeah, I don't think anybody slept last night. I don't
No.
think.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Welcome to Shark Addicts Dock. Welcome to Jupiter Point Marina. Welcome to Jupiter, Florida, and welcome to the adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
So first thing you'll notice when you look over at the boat is that there's no cage. We talked about that yesterday, but that's why you guys are here, so you're in the right spot. Layout of the boat, seating everywhere. The boat is yours today. Just a heads up though, as far as your gear goes, when we pass out gear, everything back of this storage area right here will get bloody. So keep your mask, keep your snorkels all forward of that so that when you go to put it in your mouth when you need it, it doesn't taste like bonita.
Is that our blood?
Listen, I'm not going to count it out. Waivers are signed, so I'm just not going to speak on it. I said this yesterday. Your eyes are your cage. That is the most important thing that you're going to kind of be in charge of today, is keeping your eyes on the closest shark to you. If you're not paying attention, they are. And that's not to scare anybody. That's just to sober everybody up to the fact that we're not in an aquarium. We are going to be in the wild blue today with wild animals.
And what sharks will we see today?
So chances are very high that we'll see sandbars, which is a federally protected species. Huge triangular shaped dorsal fins, really, really pronounced, really dramatic shark, beautiful gray color. Bull sharks, which notorious by their reputation, account for more shark attacks than any other shark in the world.
Wouldn't have the other way.
And then you'll have probably we'll see some lemons as well, which are a very, very socially interactive shark that will close the gap between you and them pretty quickly. So we'll have a couple of different species to check out, and then there's always the anomaly of it's the ocean, so who knows what else is going to show up. Other than that, though, guys, we're ready to roll. So. What else are y'all bringing? Water, snacks, all that kind of stuff?
Right. Yeah,
okay. Let's just check that stuff out. I always like to check, especially with the whole banana thing. So we're a big advocate of the superstition of no bananas on boats. And we have had, I cannot say how many crazy things when there's been a banana on our boat, steering going out, fuel tanks cracking, stuff happening to the crew, getting hooks lodged in our hands. You name it, bananas has been the culprit. So that's my funny story, and also my arch nemesis is bananas. Just check your bags, all that kind of stuff.
Banana thing? What? I don't think I completely understand.
It's an old ocean superstition.
So you want to look in the bag?
Yeah, just pop them all out.
Whose bag is this?
Yours? Whose is this?
All right, banana free.
Banana free. That's a camera. That's good to go.
What do we
All
got?
other bag?
What do you got in there?
Is that seriously yours? Hold on, let me see. No,
Dude,
I'm
are you
serious.
really bringing bananas on the boat?
Is it just one?
I had a couple, but I tossed them all. Don't worry. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Dude,
there's even more bananas. I didn't know bananas were
Well,
a
what
thing.
worries me the most is now we got 3 stems and only 1 accounted for. That's what's making me nervous.
Well, here we go.
This is like,
Okay.
This is, all right, we got 2 accounted for. Did you eat one?
I was tossing them, man. I did have banana this morning. I don't know if that's a real thing or not.
John?
Oh gosh.
Dang, that was my breakfast.
All right, yeah. Let's grab gear. We'll get after it, guys. Be the first boat on the water. Be perfect. So, looks like we've got a great day ahead of us.
So we're pretty excited. We're about to go out. Again, last words to say to your family.
Allison, I do love you. Kiss the girls for me. Yeah, we've got 2 kids, a 1-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. Harper's my oldest. Shortly after moving up here, we had Haley, which is my youngest. They're basically amazing. Chris, the captain of the boat, kind of gave us a little bit of a lesson on these sharks. Explained to us that his favorite shark has a chainsaw in its mouth, basically. So that's not reassuring, not a whole lot anyway for me.
This is actually one of the most dangerous inlets in the country.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a river that actually, this is the outflow of the Waxahachie River. It's a very narrow, deep channel. On low tide, you get just millions of gallons of water just ripping through here, and actually creates like a little white water rapids effect. But we got a smooth, calm day today. Should be beautiful conditions.
We high tide right now?
We're high tide right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but hold on to your hats because we're about to gun it, about to make our runs. This is when things, if they are bumpy out there in the ocean, get bumpy. So.
Cool.
Hats on backwards if you're looking forward, and we're ready to roll.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to Lake Atlantic.
Yeah.
We are in the Wild Blue, man. This is it. We are officially in the Gulf Stream, so about 3.5 miles offshore here in Jupiter, Florida. We'll be drift diving. We'll be moving around. We're gonna drop the bait in the water just in a couple of seconds. Last couple things. Remember, today is about being zen in the water.
Okay.
Channel your Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. Slow down your heart rate. If something is pushing your comfort zone, we will do what's called a redirect. This is the only time I want you guys touching sharks. So a redirect, if you'll just put your hand out like this for me. Fist. So if a shark, we'll call this the nose of the shark right here. If a shark's coming in, move that towards me slowly, and we just want to grab it by the top of the head and tell her where to go. Same thing with the left, grab it by the top of the head, tell her where to go. It's at that, it's not the shark week like pop out right into the gills. It's not the poke in the eye. It is as calm and smooth as, hey, baby girl, over here. And she'll know where to go. If something is approaching you, don't do this for a redirect, because this looks like, hey, take it.
I've got fish on the end of this.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So if anything comes in between this distance, that's when we'll fully extend up high, push left,
Gotcha.
push right. Make sense? So alligator arms. That's our rule.
Man, this is insane. So I'm definitely not the smartest person I know, but I definitely feel like the least intelligent person I know right now. So,
Okay, so this is the wetsuits. It's I don't think there's any type of protection here. Just keeps you a little bit warm. The water is maybe, I don't know, 80 degrees. Is that what he said? But he said that one of the risks you have might be hypothermia if you get away from the boat. So we're gonna probably stay close to the boat. It's kind of camouflage. I don't know what that is for, but pretty excited about jumping in. It looks similar to the seals that off the coast of.
Their prey.
I'm staying close to you.
It looks like lunch food. I don't know.
Pretty jacked. Am I good to go, Matt?
Definitely have second thoughts. Yeah. This is the craziest thing I've ever done. I love you, Allison. If I don't see you after this, then good luck.
Sharks. All right, we got sharks.
So we've seen two big bull sharks, probably about 34, 40 feet down. Haven't come in close, but they've been, and they come right up at you, man. It is eerie.
After seeing the first one, it's like, I don't know, the fear's gone. I kind of want to get closer.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's normal or not, but that's what I want.
What happened is we started real shallow and we drifted right over their home, the sledge system, at 120 feet that they live at. They came, checked them out. For some reason they didn't stick with us, drifted out, and they went back home. So might have to reset.
I dove down like probably about 60 feet, and they're there. There's like a layer of almost like haze just from the outgoing tide. So we're gonna go reset a little bit further south, and there's a pretty good current today. It's actually kicking like at 3 miles an hour. Try and get into clear water that's away from the washout, and then drop down again. Should be able to get them up. But
I think doing really extreme things enables you to kind of decompress. It allows you to kind of get everything out. I think that, you know, everything that's happened between Allison and I, and, you know, the surgeries, and had a bit of a rough spot after moving to Spring Hill. We're having our second child, and 1 week to the day, like 1 week after Haley was born, Allison went to the hospital with some like really, really sharp abdominal pains, and her blood pressure bottomed completely out. They ended up doing an emergency exploratory surgery. And then as they were really kind of looking around, they saw that the tissue inside of her abdomen was starting to was dying. They were reaching out to a couple of hospitals. When we first got there, there was a doctor, I don't remember his name. And the way he worded it was kind of at that point really scary, because he said that they would do their best to save her. One of the hardest things that I've ever had to deal with was pretending like her being in the hospital didn't bother me, you know? I felt like I had to be strong for her and be strong for the girls and not show emotion. And what I wished I would have done now is tell her how scared I was, tell her how much I needed her to be strong so that she could make it through all this. Just tell her I love her and I can't do this without her, and to tell her how scared I was, you know, like if she didn't make it, you know. Woo.
there's a lot more energy in the water right now because the wind's picking up, so the surface is churned. So not only is there us swimming, but we get caught in swell and we get pushed into stuff. You know, you get caught in the swell, pushed into stuff. So things to think about before we get back in the water.
Once I see the sharks, and once I recognize the fear for what it is, you know, because I mean, it's not natural to swim with sharks, right? But maybe the way I'm wired, it's not really natural to communicate the way I need to communicate in my relationship. So I think that what I need to do is just, you know, make the jump, you know, fall into the water and see what happens. Take the plunge, you know.
Eyes in the water. Oh, shark.
Like that is a big shark right at the surface of the water. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's right there. us in the very beginning that we would be swimming with hammerheads. He said that they were out here, but we might not see them. But we did. It was amazing, and it was a much bigger shark. Like even at like, I don't even, how far down was that thing? Like
That shark was at about 90 feet, coming up to about 70 feet.
Dude, that thing was gonna be so big. I mean, comparatively speaking, I guess maybe.
That was probably about an 8-foot great hammerhead.
It seemed
actually
like 100. I don't know.
It's actually only the 3rd great hammerhead we saw this whole year.
Oh, that was a great hammerhead. So that's amazing.
They get up to 20 feet long, that species.
Wow. Yeah. So I don't even know what to say. It's just a different world in there when you're down there with the sharks and you just see them. I hate to sound cliche, but I'm kind of speechless about it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Forget about everything you got going on in your life. You don't worry about your mortgage.
Nothing,
you don't worry about bills. Just in that moment.
No stress. Yeah. You swim with the sharks.
So we're a very tight-knit group of people here, a very tight-knit crew. You know, we flush people out very long time, a bunch of dives before we decide on people that can join us as Shark Addicts. One of those rites of passage is popping and chewing a bonita eyeball and making sure it goes all the way down. So
Do I have to chew it?
Huh?
Can I just shoot it?
Listen, man, the only rule is you got to get it down. So and it's glassy smooth. I mean, it goes down like a.
How long has that been out of the refrigerator?
A morning.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, and it's been soaking in salt water. It's just saline, baby. That's what they use in
brine.
surgery. Yeah, you know, that's what they wash you down with. So
honestly, before Kevin does this, before Kevin does this, is it good? Have you done it? You've done it.
Yeah, everybody has. Everybody's
Prove
popping
it.
shoot.
Prove it.
Man,
Give it to me.
my name's.
I don't believe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard.
Did it gush? Did it gush a little bit? Woo! Obviously not as appealing as to us as it is to the sharks. Yeah.
I've never eaten a 9-ball.
When it popped, it was like,
No one's ever eaten a 9-ball.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's cool to be the first.
You're a crew.
yeah, hey, somebody's got a lead around here. Come on. We just finished shark diving for the day.
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Way better. 100% better.
Yeah. When they get so close to you, you know, they say have penguin arms, and you think you want to reach out and push them, but you're just like, and then they rub up against you. It's incredible.
I want to be scared, but I'm not scared because they're so calm.
They're very calm,
You
yeah.
kind of become calm. And
The guides here, I can't say enough about those guys. They really made us feel comfortable, which I think kept us safe in the water because, you know, I could see where you could get real tense, but the sharks are moving so smooth. It's easy just to be in their environment and not feel edgy, I guess.
yeah.
So anyway, I thought it was unbelievable. We're going home tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back to the grind of life. But man, we got some stories to tell and
I appreciate
good
it.
memories.
It was good, man.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back, guys. Hope everybody's got their fingers and toes. So we got something to put rings on. Awesome day out there. 3 species, 2 interactions, although brief, but very rare with those great hammerheads. Whole bunch of lemon sharks, some bull sharks. I mean, that's an epic day out here. You guys just want to gather up your gear, throw it back on the dock. We'll get it all rinsed down, and you guys are good to go, man. Give a high five to the crew for working hard, keeping everybody safe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
So I would love for you to kind of talk to the viewer at home, and you know, we're normal guys doing this. Like, why should they get off the couch? Why should they come and adventure?
Well, honestly, I think the easiest way for me to answer that is to say that I know there are millions of men out there just like me, exactly like me, that have done really exciting things, and life kind of took over. I used to do stuff similar to this, and now it's like, I can do it again, and it's not that expensive. Like, this was the least expensive trip that I can think of that is an experience that most people never like get to go through, and it is just amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Like, the price for the experience, can't beat it. You absolutely can't beat it.
We only got one life. Let's freaking live it.
and why not feed yourself to the sharks, you know, just like.
All right, guys, hey, if you're interested in shark diving, you should totally check it out. We have a full write-up on our website on cost, breakdown, where to do it, how to do it, who to go with. You guys are gonna love it. Keep grooving.